Have you noticed so what the special was out like a week ago or something?
It came out Monday.
Oh, really? How
this past Monday?
It's been like, if people have obviously been interacting with your segment, and I'm sure you've probably had more eyeballs.
It's been good, dude. I wouldn't say it's like any exceptional pop.
Right.
It's definitely not just like this has been by far the most noticeable, you know what I mean? But it is a certain type of legitimizing attention that is a nice thing that I haven't maybe had in a while or at all. To kind of be in the mix on something like that. You know, I think it's pretty obvious, at least to me, that if sort of Netflix had been allowed to curate that lineup, I maybe wouldn't have gotten to be in it. You know what I mean? Just because as far as I don't know that I necessarily fit the mold these days of like what developing talent looks like for in a variety of factors. But yeah, it was like a true like Pete's Boys thing, which is why he's the man when it comes to that kind of shit.
Right.
Always sticking his neck out for the boys. And yeah, dude. So it's been good, and it's been a slow burn too, because like as people start to watch it, and just right. Random people in your life noticing and thinking it's cool, and I try to take a step back and appreciate that it is pretty sick. And
yeah, I mean,
when I was starting, if I had known, I would kind of have a set on the premiere comedy thing at the time. I mean, Netflix really wasn't even doing comedy like this at the time.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't even know if they were really a big streaming thing yet when I started. 2008. Probably just starting.
That was when they saw the fucking DVDs. No?
Yeah. No, the
shipping
DVDs
them
were
in
still
the mail.
the primary thing. I don't even know, but yeah, dude, it's been sick. I hope to, and it's definitely been helping already with opportunity stuff within the business. Obviously the visibility, just very legitimizing,
right.
Which is nice too.
Of course.
So yeah, it's a nice thing to sort of balance out the kind of DIY approach of like podcasting and making content. It's nice to get the nod from the big dogs too, you know?
Well, how did that come about? Like, you were friends with Pete previously, and he was like, I have this idea. Like how'd the whole...
Yeah, dude, we're just all old pals. Pretty much everybody in that special, I'm trying to think. Yeah, like we've all pretty much known each other for a decade or longer. And Pete, yeah, so I met Pete probably in 2010, 2009 or something. We were doing prom shows together, like late night performing for like kids whose parents don't want them to get in trouble after the prom. So they like bus them to these comedy shows at like 2 a.m. Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yes. I don't know if they're still doing it. They must still do it.
Wait, so these parents, like, we gotta make sure they don't get in trouble. We gotta send them to these comics?
That is my assumption. But yeah.
Where was these?
They were at like different comedy clubs and throughout the city. So a bunch of different places do them.
So how many kids are coming?
Sometimes sold out, you know what I mean? It'll be like 100 kids.
Damn. Oh, like a bunch of...
High school kids, 17, 18 years old, whatever.
So there's no alcohol?
16, yeah. They're not supposed to have it. So yeah, I don't know. But we do these shows for free for stage time, like late at night, whatever. So I kind of initially had met him there. And then we sort of like weren't tight over through that period. And then we kind of like became tight over the past 3 or 4 years, I would say, 5 years. And yeah, dude, I don't know. So then from there, like in 2019 at some point, he called me and he's like, dude, hey, like got you on a special. And I was like, what? Sick. All right, sick. Like whatever. So we had planned to do it. It got canceled because of COVID. Then it was like permanently canceled. And we were like, fuck, that would have been sick. And then kind of came back from the dead and it happened. And you know, it had been such a long road to getting there that we were all kind of like, well, hopefully this actually happens type of thing, you know?
Any fun stories from when you guys were taping or from your time in LA?
Yeah, dude. You know, it was just like stressful because, you know, we were trying not to get COVID because, you know, if you did, and unfortunately one of the people who was supposed to film got COVID and wasn't able to do it the day of, like we arrived. Can you imagine?
I'd be so
years
pissed.
In the making, arrived to the venue and they're like, oh, sorry, you failed your test. You can't do it. Like it bummed everybody out. We're like, this is so fucked up. This sucks for him. But anyway, so yeah, we're out there for the festival. Cool. And then, yeah, dude, I don't know. It was like pretty much business as usual. Like got in there, we're hanging out all day, shot the shows. It's great to get it in the can. and then was just kind of like crossing my fingers that it came out good, you know?
I thought so. When I saw it, I was like, because I had seen, obviously I'd known you from Francis would talk about you all the time.
Yeah.
And I think I'd seen some clips, and so I was kind of excited to see, because I think I really like, I'm not going to spoil for people who haven't watched it yet, but like I think that whoever produced the thing, I think did a really good job of having like the right kind of moments for each different comedian in their sets. And I think it's like, you know, anywhere from like 3 to 5 minutes per comedian is kind of what it seems like to me.
It's more than that, but yeah. But
is it more?
Yeah, it's I would say it's like between 6 and 9
Okay,
minutes.
cool. But it's good because it doesn't feel long. You know what I mean? It feels like it's short, but like it's like compact and like really good.
Everybody that I've spoken to about it have been pretty happy with the way that it came out, and I am too. I think it looks great. It was sort of like an experimental format, having like the showcase live show format kind of thing. But it was great, dude. And I think it really, and a couple of the reviews said this too, but it sort of really shines through that like these people all actually know each other.
Yeah.
As opposed to being some kind of like curated showcase.
Right.
Which is nice. So yeah, it was
well, it's also cool, like, you know, a bunch of New York City based comics in LA, with Pete Davidson, who's become, you know, big name.
Deal, yeah.
And I just thought your set was like very, it was like perfectly, like it was like there was like the hint of New York in it, of like you just like your New York personality, but also just like I think like really, well, just very funny, but also just like very kind of clever and well crafted.
Thank you.
So, and I thought it like showcased, I mean honestly all of you guys, I thought, you know, I was laughing the whole time.
Thanks,
and it was just like a nice, it's short, it's like I think it's like 58 minutes, like the whole thing through. So I was like, so I hit up friends. I'm like, yo, like, can I? Because I knew you guys obviously knew each other very well. So I'm happy that we set it all up.
Totally, it's super dope.
Thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram @Felix.Levine, and if you have something to say, please leave a comment.